Yomi is a dungeon full with treasure and peril. Players are recruited into the Undernauts, a group of daring subterranean adventurers looking for valuable minerals. They must utilize their tremendous abilities and magical objects to establish escapes and survive to the surface. Players must travel numerous levels and a grid system to locate the perfect path in a dungeon RPG. To engage fights and level up, they must form a team of 6. To combat enemies and build magical doors, ladders, and bridges, the switch boost method is employed. Horgihugh and Friends is a charming side-scrolling shoot-'em-up with old-school flair and heartwarming characters. The hand-drawn visuals are colorful and nostalgic, perfectly complementing the retro-style gameplay. It strikes a sweet balance between challenge and accessibility, with tight controls and creative enemy patterns. The addition of a home base to upgrade and interact with allies adds surprising depth and charm. It's clear this was crafted with love, and fans of classic arcade shooters will feel right at home. A delightful and cozy adventure that punches above its weight. Feel the ultimate power of conquering the night. Take command of an intense and intriguing battle encounter like never before. Fight in epic encounters with a wide cast of 21 distinct characters, including the all-new Lundrakia, who brings his own set of unique moves, intriguing backstory, hypnotic stage, and enticing soundtrack. Unleash deadly new combinations and awe-inspiring special strikes across several modes, including online multiplayer, arcade, immersive narrative mode, and extensive training sessions. Show off your skills by controlling combatants using various battle styles. Your journey back to your home takes a spooky turn as you find yourself walking through an eerie, cryptic forest. Engage in a mystical fight to protect the paranormal dwellers from those who want to ruin their habitat for financial gain. Partner with 30 ethereal companions, each with their own magical abilities to help you in your journey. Explore gorgeously constructed environments in this thrilling side-scrolling action adventure full of unexpected turns and intriguing character concepts. Everyone has a tiny chance of making it home safely if they work together. Stardust Galaxy Warriors Stellar Climax is a couch co-op game for 4 people that combines shoot-'em-up and brawler gameplay with mild RPG elements. Players may select from 5 distinct characters with specific powers and strong super weapons, find up to 49 weapon combinations, and advance their quest. The game has adjustable settings, RPG systems, and a 10-level campaign with a hilarious plot. After finishing the story, players may return to New Game Plus mode and push themselves in Endless Gauntlet mode, where the difficulty increases as they continue. Anima Gate of Memories is a third-person action RPG that tells the narrative of Ergo and the Bearer of Calamities, 2 characters who are connected by an unbreakable contract. Their lives take a drastic turn when they find a darker conflict in the shadows. A complex, varied tale, epic fights with strong opponents, a deep combat system, fascinating settings, and a wide universe with the possibility to retrace steps to return regions and find new secrets are all highlights of the game. Arcadian Atlas is a tactical RPG gem that blends stunning pixel art with emotionally charged storytelling. The characters are genuinely compelling, each with their own motivations that add depth to every battle. Combat is satisfyingly strategic, offering just enough challenge to keep you hooked without feeling punishing. The soundtrack perfectly complements the game's melancholy tone, pulling you deeper into its war-torn world. Fans of Final Fantasy Tactics will feel right at home, but Arcadian Atlas brings enough heart and originality to stand proudly on its own. Redo is a hauntingly beautiful Metroidvania that thrives on atmosphere and minimalism. Its somber, post-apocalyptic world pulls you in with eerie silence and cryptic storytelling, rewarding exploration with chilling discoveries. Combat feels weighty and deliberate, making each encounter meaningful rather than mindless. The pixel art is stark yet stunning, perfectly complementing the bleak tone of the journey. It's a slow burn, but that's part of its charm, giving space to reflect and immerse. For fans of moody, introspective sci-fi adventures, Rito is a captivating and memorable experience. Neversong is a hauntingly beautiful adventure that blends emotional storytelling with tight platforming and a unique art style. The game's atmosphere is deeply immersive, with a melancholic soundtrack that perfectly complements its eerie, dreamlike world. Combat is simple but satisfying, and the puzzles are clever enough to keep you engaged without becoming frustrating. What truly stands out is the narrative. It's heartfelt, mysterious, and lingers in your mind long after the credits roll. Neversong isn't just a game, it's an experience that quietly sticks with you.
Pete into a coma.
Velocity Noodle is an exciting game in which players must negotiate hard stages while delivering noodles without spilling. The game has ultra-smooth movement mechanics that allow players to glide smoothly past barriers and traps. As you go, you'll come across several levels with expertly planned traps and other ways, offering an added element of excitement. Mastering the game's rules and improving your speedrunning skills will result in flashy prizes and hidden pathways that provide vital bonuses and rewards. Players may also pet a lovely puppy companion along the route, giving a touching element to the trip. A vengeful warrior seeks revenge and starts on a perilous expedition to end his reign. Set 5 years before Slave Zero, in a world ravaged by monster robots known as slaves, the Guardians, a hidden force of trained warriors, attempt to prevent the release of these biomechanical animals. Sho, on the other hand, desires vengeance on the Khan and his harsh reign. They obtain a stolen slave unit prototype, a powerful machine capable of massive damage through thievery. By fusing with this prototype, Sho becomes a ruthless force of nature. Long Gone Days is a real-world role-playing game that delves into human connections during wartime, with an emphasis on civilian experiences, language hurdles, and boundaries. Work, the protagonist, has been trained as a sharpshooter for the Corps, a paramilitary organization that operates underground. The game provides a multifaceted view of battle, with fierce action and slower slice-of-life gameplay. In order to make contacts, players must overcome language hurdles and employ translators. Each combat is thoughtfully developed and tied to the game's storyline. The plot continues the tumultuous war between light and darkness in Selenheim, where the High Wizard Zale's heroic sacrifice protects the Enclave, the final stronghold of the light. However, the forces of evil, commanded by Vitar, are desperate to regain power. As a gallant light soldier, your responsibility is to guard the Enclave and keep precious magic out of the wrong hands. As the ground begins to heal, the tides shift and the forces of evil grow stronger. It is your chance to ascend, either as a devoted light soldier protecting Selenheim or as a crafty minion. Moonrise Fall is a fascinating game in which players take on the role of a youngster who discovers a mysterious woodland following a tragedy. With a diary, camera, and lantern, players must use their detective abilities to solve the forest's riddles and photograph its residents. The game combines brain-teasing tasks, classic exploration, and object gathering to create a strange and moving story inspired by real-life occurrences. Players may explore numerous areas such as caverns and mines at their leisure, eventually unraveling the events that led to the boys' captivity in this mysterious atmosphere. BloodRayne Betrayal Fresh Bites is a 2D hack-and-slash platformer. The game condenses the greatest elements of the BloodRayne series into a violent, twitchy, action-packed journey across 15 difficult stages. The game has all new A-list voice acting, improved graphics, and bug fixes, making it the definitive BloodRayne Betrayal experience. Players may select between the newly rebalanced difficulty mode, which is calibrated for a pleasant and engaging experience, and the punishing original difficulty option, which is tailored for a tough-as-nails struggle. Slime Rancher is a fascinating adventure set in the far, far range, where Beatrix LeBeau, a teenage rancher, sets out on a voyage to an exotic country full of slimes. The game includes a range of difficulties, such as growing crops and raising chickadoos to keep slimes nourished. The Secret Style Pack DLC adds more slime customizing possibilities. Beatrix must also complete daily requests from her other ranchers, which give additional prizes and strengthen community bonds. As she maintains her ranch, she saves money to upgrade her backpack, build more corrals, and grow her business.
Oh my, the dollhouse?
Alisa, an elite royal agent, is following a famed thief in a setting inspired by the 1920s. She is taken to a Victorian-style home where she must flee as the frightening residents taunt her. The game includes pre-rendered landscapes, realistic low-poly models, currencies, objects, clothes, weapon loadouts, a variety of foes, surprises, comedy, and a nostalgic trip back to the late 1990s. Alisa must endure the dollhouse's horrors while retaining her humanity. The game is a fascinating journey with a unique combination of comedy and nostalgia. Figment is an action-adventure game based in the human mind's depths, mirroring our inner thoughts and memories. Sinister ideas have evolved into monstrous monsters that spread dread and devastation. Dusty, the mind's old voice, is the only chance, and he must recover his fortitude to face these anxieties. Puzzles must be solved, nightmares must be defeated, and bravery must be restored. The charming hand-drawn world of Figment is filled with vivid images and engaging characters. Music plays an important role in the game, shaping the rhythmic atmosphere. Fury Unleashed is a dynamic comic book experience that immerses players in a living comic book world where ink is a valuable resource. The game has a powerful combo system that allows players to learn the art of faultless gameplay. Customization choices allow players to select between the hard difficulty and the easy mode, unlocking more difficult settings such as Incredible and Legendary. The game also includes a rogue elite with soft permadeath, in which players can deliberately choose objects to help them progress through the game and win permanent enhancements for future runs upon death. Ina, who is locked in a tower, sets out on a mission to awaken from her perpetual slumber. She comes across gorgeous scenery, strange people, and difficult puzzles. As she pursues answers, the enigmatic and powerful residents of the tower are exposed. Ina's talents are in sync with the spirits of the tower, allowing her to control items, solve riddles, and traverse the surroundings. As she navigates the tower's inner rooms, finding the truth about her background and the tower's residents, the tale dives into her self-discovery and untapped potential. Colossus Down is a chaotic, colorful ride that delivers pure mayhem in the best way possible. With its hand-drawn art style and offbeat humor, the game feels like a rebellious cartoon come to life. Smashing through enemies with Mechanica is endlessly satisfying, and the combo-based combat keeps things fresh and engaging. The co-op mode adds even more fun, especially with a friend by your side. It's quirky, clever, and packed with personality, a refreshing indie gem that doesn't take itself too seriously while still delivering a solid action experience.
Vessels, but not me.
A fascinating adventure with clever warriors in an action-packed universe teeming with legendary animals and mysterious contraptions. Enjoy solitary adventures or join forces with buddies in local co-op mode. The right stick provides an intuitive and fluid gaming experience, allowing you to operate your weapon and perform complicated battle moves, conquer the complexities of the varied battle system, outwit crafty foes, and face intimidating bosses. With a dynamic fighting system, you may experiment with different combinations, swap between characters, and use opponent powers to your advantage. Nickelodeon Kart Racers 2 Grand Prix is an exciting racing game with 30 playable racers and 70 crew members based on classic Nickelodeon characters. With over 100 characters, players may race on slime-filled circuits, acquire prestigious cups, and unlock over 80 card improvements. The game has online multiplayer and local arena challenges, with up to 8 players battling online. With tens of thousands of all-star character combinations, gamers may compete in both local and online modes. The game contains 28 slime-filled tracks and 2 arena layouts that immerse players in Nickelodeon's vivid universe. SUPERHOT is a first-person shooter unlike any other. Time moves only when you do. Every battle feels like a strategic puzzle, requiring you to carefully plan each action as you avoid gunfire and destroy adversaries in stunning slow-motion combat. The simple graphics focus on pure gameplay, and completing the perfect sequence is really enjoyable. While the campaign is brief, the endless mode and challenges provide replayability. It's a unique, mind-bending take on the FPS genre that feels as fierce on Switch, an absolute must-play for action aficionados. Red Wing's Aces of the Sky is an action-packed arcade game that transports players to historical battlefields. To overcome opponents and enhance pilot accuracy, players must use their talents. Manfred von Richthofen, a famed World War I figure who gained 80 wins, is the protagonist of the game. Over 10 actual airplanes from the Entente Powers, or Triple Alliance, each with historical value, are available to players. Cooperative mode allows users to fly together over the sky, blending real-life occurrences with comic book-style adventures. Sheepo is a fun and imaginative Metroidvania with a unique twist. There is no fighting. Instead, you go through a wonderfully hand-drawn landscape, gathering animals by copying their actions. The platforming feels smooth, with tight controls and excellent level design that makes exploring enjoyable. The eccentric characters and ambient soundtrack elevate the experience, making each discovery seem unique. It's a unique twist on the genre, providing a peaceful but fascinating experience. If you prefer exploration-based games with a dash of whimsy, Sheepo is a charming adventure worth taking. This trip leads you to the peak of Montgon, a gorgeous mountain, where you'll experience the beauty of friendship and the power of working together to achieve a common objective. You'll befriend the mountain's occupants and learn from their experiences, forming long-lasting friendships. To reach the peak, you must acquire a magical broom, which improves your flying powers and opens up new pathways and adventures. Mika, the protagonist, will glide over the air, delivering parcels to the island's people and collecting money to purchase different brooms with various flying features. Koa and the Five Pirates is an action-packed platformer set in the enchanted region of Mara. To find out what happened to Koa's parents, players must travel perilous terrain, hang from vines, and leap across deadly gaps. The game contains a colorful cast of characters, each with their own special talents and stories to tell. The game also includes relaxing elements such as swimming with exotic aquatic creatures and discovering secret undersea riches. Castle of Heart is an exciting action platformer game that follows a cursed knight who is turned to stone by an evil sorcerer's spell. Regardless of his metamorphosis, the knight is eager to show that even black magic can be defeated. Players go through 20 stages spread over 4 distinct settings, fighting diverse opponents and experiencing surprising gameplay changes. They can gain strong weaponry and power-ups as they continue. The knight's stone body, on the other hand, has limitations, crumbling as his energy depletes. Figment 2 Creed Valley is an action-adventure game set in the depths of the human mind, where previously calm places have been overtaken by adversaries and turmoil brought on by nightmares spreading. Dusty, the essence of bravery, sets out to restore peace in Creed Valley, the home of the mind's principles. Musical battles, a dynamic and lively universe, and 2 perspectives, open-minded and closed-minded, are all part of the game. Players must put their cerebral and physical abilities to the test in mind-bending puzzles and combat that are timed to the game's engaging music. Thanks everyone for watching. If you liked any one of these games, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Hope to see you on the next one. And stay awesome.
From the ghost